The following is a presentation of TFNN. It is now time for the Diagnostic Trading Hour with your host, Darrell Martin.
And I got Lou from Fairfield, Connecticut. Man, how you doing, Lou?
I'm doing good, Darrell. And I got to tell you, you're not just blowing hot air out there. I think the way you look at the market is terrific. You're a nice guy as far as over the TV. All the research you do, all the homework you do, I truly appreciate it. I appreciate your view of the market. It's awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Darrell Martin.
Alrighty, folks. Welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And let's check out where the markets are at right now on this July 11th, 2014. I want to say happy birthday to my mother. So I think she's 40 now, right? And so happy birthday. Let's see where everything's at. We got the S&P right now. It is up 50 cents. We got the Russell down 3 points. Right now the NASDAQ's up 15.5, and the Dow is down 8 points on the day. Market's pretty flat. A lot of choppiness going on out there. And so not a lot happening in the indices. That don't mean there's not a lot happening. You just got to make sure you're looking around and trade some non-correlated markets. Let's check out our metals. We got copper right now is down 0.02. We got gold is down $2 whole dollars on the day. Wow. And we got silver is flat as well, down 0.13%. Natural gas moving a little bit, up a little over 0.5%. We got oil is getting hammered. It is down $1.67. It's over 1.5% move. We got corn right now down 9 points. That's over a 2% move. We got soybeans is down over 1.5%, down 18 points on the day. Let's check out some FX pairs. We got pound dollar down 26 pips. Euro dollar doing nothing, down 3. Euro pound currently up 13. We got the dollar CAD is up. Yep, it's up 80 pips. News trade. We had Mike call in this morning talking about how he's following along with the news trade plan, and it was spot on. We'll take a review of that trade and check it out. But some nice movement on the dollar CAD. Dollar franc is unchanged, 0 flat right now compared to settlement. We got dollar yen is down 3. We got pound yen down 19. Euro yen is down 12 with the Aussie yen down 16 pips on the day. All right, well, I guess we got that news trade, so let's check that one out first and see, how it all went. Let me pull it on up over here. We'll look at it. And let's see where I got my little plan where I type it out so I can keep track of it every week. I always want to know when the important news is and what to expect off of it. Don't do a lot of straddles these days. So when I do them, I usually do expect a pretty nice move. And so right here, we got the straddle on the dollar CAD, which did work out well. But let's go ahead and look at what happened. Did it work? Was the pricing on? Et cetera, et cetera. We got all the indices sort of pushing right now up at settlement and looking like they may bounce off. Sort of hoping they do, personally. I got a short on right now. And just a binary, no stop loss. So it'll be okay, but it'll have a nice return if it moves on down. All right, let's go ahead and check out the dollar CAD. Pull that up. And again, the news came out this morning at 8:30. And just a review for you on what the announcement was. It's the employment change unemployment rate. It's the NFP for Canada. Okay? So it's their big report. And really had nothing else around it to jack with it. And what I mean by that is like you didn't have any dollar reports that could have, maybe made the dollar stronger or weaker, which could have, of course, made it go further or stunted its movement. It was just a nice, clean report. It missed expectations. The employment change on an expectation of an increase of employment of 20.7 thousand new jobs was actually a decline, down 9.4 thousand. And the unemployment rate itself, they expected to come in at 7%. It came in at 7.1%, ticking up by a tenth of a percent there. So it missed expectations. That's called fundamental shock. And when that fundamental shock happens is when we look for those trades. And the employment change report is usually a big report, big enough that it justifies the straddle and the premium that goes into it. And I'm going to have to get Mike to send me his trade log so I can see what he did there over to my email. But anyway, so we got the trade. Let's go ahead and let's just pull it up. I just love seeing trades doing well on them. So, and let's back down a little bit. We'll get some details here. And it moved 3 deviations today, which means it's done. Okay, put a fork in it. We're there now. So that, like at this point, I'd be taking all profits, be saying thank you to the markets, and done. All right, so we had a triple deviation move. This was the one we said it was going to explode. Said get in as early as 8, no later than 8:25. So we're going to go ahead and just assume you got in as early as possible. So you got in at 8, and the market, it had like a little, somebody had a little sniff on that report, right? Because just a tick, 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 ticking on up there. Anyways, so what happened if you chose? We chose a couple different plans, but my main plan is 10 a.m. I do mention that if you can get the 3 p.m.s for the same price, and go for it, because often it keeps on going. But usually not a whole lot more, so it's not worth a whole lot more, but it does happen. So let's check it out. What happened by 10 o'clock? Well, if you just held it and you didn't hit your profit target, I mean, it moved up to, what do we get there? 64 pips, okay? If we go over here and check it out and look at, the 8 a.m., moved on up here, and it got 76 pips. So not too shabby. More than enough to cover a $35 risk. The goal was basically to go in and make $35. So let's say, just to make this sort of easy for you, let's just say you could get it on, maybe it cost a little bit more, but let's just say you got on for $35. We'll just divide that by 2. So about $18 on each side. You need to make $35 in addition to that. So what happens here is that means that the dollar CAD needs to move 53 pips from where it started. Where did I get 53 from? Okay, so again, we're going to take 35. We're just going to say $36 to make it an easy number, okay? So just for the simplicity of explanation, 36 divided by 2. I buy a spread for 18 ticks above the market, and I sell a spread for 18 ticks below the market. There's 18 ticks of premium, 18 pips of premium on each side, okay? Which means it's actually priced 18 pips higher, and the one below it's priced 18 pips lower. So, if I want to make 35 pips of profit, then I need the dollar CAD to move 35 pips above where I bought it, right? Or 35 pips below where I sold it. Well, if I bought it 18 pips higher than where the dollar CAD's at, I need to move not only those 18, but 35 above it. This is a whole trick on straddles. That's why you really got to know when to expect those moves. So 18 plus 35 is 53 pips, which means I needed a minimum movement of 53 pips to get my 1-to-1 take profit. Now, you could have went for more. You could have got more. It went up to 76. So if it went up 76 pips, right, and we'll take off the 18 from the other side, it got up to a $58 profit on a $35 risk. So, over 150% there. Even at 64 pips, so going at 64 minus 53, that gives us an additional 12 pips of profit on top of the 36 that you made. So, anyways, trade worked out perfectly, and it was just a nice setup. We had some spikes on it. It was trying to turn around, but it couldn't do it, man. The news was just double down short, okay? And so that's one thing to look at. If you're going to have these spike strikers on news, I love to trade them on news. If you get a mixed news report, like some negative and some positive, great time for a spike strike reversal, okay? You get a report where it's all bad and it's big bad, there's a big report, then don't be surprised if the thing keeps going. And on the news, I always use the conservative spike striker strategy. I don't like using the aggressive one. Okay, the aggressive one is, hey, I get a volume spike, and I want it to break out. If I get a conservative one, then it doesn't have to break out. So let's look at how would that have worked today, because it said the market spiked up, and it said, hey, buy. The spikes were underneath the market. It said it's going to keep on going. So we got a 5-minute, we got a bar right there. We don't get a trigger. Okay, so we don't buy on that 5-minute, because I really want to be careful on those. I want to make sure that I use that conservative where the next bar is to break the high. So what I'm pointing to specifically is this is the bar right after the spike. This is our setup bar, and it needs to break that bar's high to happen. That didn't happen on the 5 minutes. What about on the 10 minutes? Well, on the 10 minutes, spike ended here, so we got 1, 2 bars. That's our setup bar, and we're going to buy on the breakout of that. It did break out. That was profitable. Okay? So the conservative strategy did not fire off the 5-minute, which would have been really nice. Okay, but it did fire off the 10-minute. This is news, and powerful, impactful news. Not only could you have done the in the monies, probably all you could have done was in the money, because I imagine it blew through it. But because all you had was the 8 o'clock so far. So you had like maybe just a little bit of an in the money trade right there. Out of the monies would have been just gone. Anyway, so nice profit there. And then 15 minutes, 5, 10, 15. That's on the end of the hour. You could have done it on it, in the money. Maybe, let's see. Let me check that again. 5, 10, 15. Okay, that's our setup bar. The one advantage here is you got some new binaries that just published right there at 9 o'clock for the 11 a.m. expiration. Your 8 to 10s, they're burnt. Like, you're already past it. Just because the move was so big, you would have moved. I guess you got 10 pips? Yeah, because it moves about 45, so you got 45 pips higher. Wouldn't have been anything there. Anyway, so it's moving on up, and it's done. So in the money trade, on that one, would have been easy to find it in the money trade, and would have been a profitable one. We go over, we got another 5-minute spike. And that, by the way, that one also broke out. That was a conservative. Now, this one, the news is over. You expect the markets to be pretty flat. We get another buy in the money. You could have honestly done a buy or a sell in the money on this. It would have worked. That would have been an aggressive entry because it did not break the high of that bar. Either way, nice profitable trade. And let's go on down. Let's look at the end of the day. It kept going. More spikes happening. So I got another volume spike right here. There's the bar after it. Doesn't break the high. Again, we're in flat markets, which is where I'm going to go more with the aggressive strategy. And doesn't break it. If you get in on the in-the-money trade, obviously it expired in the money. If we check out the 10 minutes, we'll look at that one. And so 10, 5, 10. That one did break on the conservative. It expired in the money. We got another 10-minute one. I mean, this volume spikes all over the place. All this take profits happening. And it also expired in the money. All right, there. We'll be right back after this break.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Investors, Taz Market Research delivers to its subscribers expert commentary on the analysis of 15 different markets each day. Get this invaluable and timely information through the daily market research videos Taz Market Research produces each day before 9 a.m. The video analysis will include reports on currencies, interest rates, indices, metals, energies, grains, and more. You'll be able to gauge where high profitability setups are in each of the markets. Receive a free 2-week trial subscription to Taz Market Research videos on the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
With the launch of Tiger TV, TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With Tiger TV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Darrell Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing. Darrell takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
All right, folks, we'll come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. So oil goes right up, hits that 3 deviation level. And we're going to get a volume spike to go short on this thing, I bet, at the end of the next 5 minutes. So, not oil, dollar CAD. But focusing on dollar CAD there. So it looks like it's going to want to come on back down. And let me see what I can find on this. We might be able to see if we can find a trade set up. Take advantage of it. And let's see here. Go on. I'm pulling up the scanner. And got the dollar CAD on up. And then if I can find something, we'll throw it on the chart, see what we got. As you're looking at the 2 o'clock expiration. It's moving now. So there we go. We get that 5 minutes. As soon as this 5 minute closes down, then we'll have our confirmation. Question is, can we get down low enough? My expectation is yes. We can. And let me see here what we got on the list. We got till 2 o'clock, and that's for it to drop out 5 pips. So a potential trade would be to go in and potentially sell 1.7024. As long as we get now, I want one thing to happen, okay? So there's one thing I'm really wanting to happen on this trade. I want the next bar to break the low right here, or at least close out. I want to see where it closes because I got to make sure. I mean, maybe there'll be another volume spike right here on it. I'm not sure on exactly how that's going to play out. So just looking at that one at the moment, seeing what we can do with it. But we may have, like I said, a good trade right there. And it's got to wait a few minutes to let it play out. Okay, so while we're waiting on that one, we can check out a few other markets, see what all is going on. Gold looks like it's about to close on up or down here. Man, this thing is really oscillating right around that 1337.5 strike level on the weekly. And just to show you the contract, I'll pull that up here in just a second. I'll let you see the contract I'm looking at. Just waiting for it to repopulate. But this will be the contract once it comes on up. Okay, there we go. So, anyways, like it's moving down. We'll see if it can move down. But how many ever contracts you can affordably risk on that trade. We'll see what happens. But I want to make sure I get that confirmation before we hop in and we grab that short. Okay. And let's see, I'm looking at everything else, just trying to hone in. Let's see what we got. Okay, so man, that's just ticking really quietly right now. It's like, come on, move. I'd like to see it push down just a little bit further. We'll see here where it goes. But it's right at that 3 deviation level, which is nice. And if we can get it at the deviation level, get a short at the deviation level, that ought to be something that should hold it there. It sort of went up, it spiked up. There's obviously some major profit taking you can see. A little bit of breakout happening, and then the profit taking sell right there. And so we'll see if there's a few more ticks of oomph left in that profit taking position. So let's see what else we have going on. And okay, so anyways, that gives us the dollar CAD. And what else we have is, let me look at the S&P, see where it's at right now. We've been watching that one. Everything's sort of rallying up right here at this moment. We'll see if it pulls back or not. And let me pull up oil, because we were talking about oil this morning on the show. Let's see what oil's doing at the moment. We're getting a lot of activity right now across multiple markets. So we'll pull that one up. We got dollar CAD. We'll get that one right there over to the side, so we keep our eye on it. And let me put the oil chart on up here. Give me 1 second to find that one. I got so many open. There it is. All right. So we got our oil chart right here. And here we go. Okay. We'll pull back. We'll look at the S&P in a little bit. Got till 415 on that one. I'll move this over here just so we can keep our eye on it. And oil is pushing down. Wow. Yeah, definitely want a conservative one on that one. Stay right there. We'll be right back. We'll check out oil. It's down at 2 deviations now and still going. Right when we get back.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Andy Heck's powerful weekly newsletter, the Technomental Commodity Report, has delivered multiple triple-digit winning trades in recent months. And right now's the perfect time to get a full month-long trial to Andy's newsletter with no obligation to pay anything. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $59 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Darrell Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Darrell Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Alrighty, folks, we'll come on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And that was a close one on gold, but it did expire at like a couple ticks in the money there. Barely. All right, so now that that one's done, can breathe a little bit better. We're looking over at this short dollar CAD trade, looking on to move on down to 97.24. We're able to take that trade, then we'll be able to, remember we're in it, so hopefully it'll profit. So right now, just like I said, waiting on that break below. We got that break below, and got a nice fill on it. So we'll see if we can turn that into some money. But anyway, just simple binary trades, short-term trades, and sometimes they are close. Sometimes you got a mile. And but man, when they're close, they let you know you're alive. And I don't want to know I'm alive that way, but it happens. Anyway, sold at 88. We're in at 85 right now. Looks like about $85 on it. We're targeting at 107.24. We're talking a 4-tick move. We get down 4 ticks, we'll be able to take profit at 57 on at least half of your position. So definitely be in line and ready for that one. So again, I sold there at 88 and looking to take profit at 57. So up, a little bit right now, and just waiting on the other half of the position to play out. So we'll see if we can get a few more ticks or not. We got about 30 minutes left in the hour, 25 minutes left in the hour for that to play on out. And but a nice low risk, $12. and 4 ticks. So sort of funny because people hear me, they're like, what do you mean? You do out-of-the-money binary? Because they'll hear me say, like, stay away from out-of-the-money binaries. Not all out-of-the-money binaries, okay? If the out-of-the-money binary is close and it is cheap, then the payout is high, and it makes a lot more sense. If it's far away and cheap, it's just throwing money out the window. If it's far away and expensive, it's definitely not a good idea. If it's close and expensive, well, the odds are stacked against you. Might as well go with an in the money where the odds are in your favor. Okay? But, so I like close and cheap. That is a nice combination for the out of the monies. And now, it doesn't mean the in the monies aren't great either. Like I said, we got that volume. Let's look at that volume spike. Let's go back and back on up. And we haven't even, there it is. So 5-minute volume spike. Like I said, it's going to pop up there. And once it happened, boom, it broke below the low. And that was the entry confirmation. We'll see if it goes. Now, what would be the in the money strike? Let's look at both sides of this coin, not just the out of the money, but let's check out the in the money. Let's see what else might be there that we can go and do. And so what we got over here on this, let me pull up dollar CAD. I got like everything going on. But it's all dollar CAD with all that movement. I'm like, okay, maybe we can get one more on the air here before it's completely done for the day. We'll see. And so for in the money contracts, basically there is 2 o'clock, nothing. You got a 13.50 sell at 70.34. I mean, that's not horrible, but I'd prefer to do the out of the money myself. Just the payout's low, $12 now. So not a great payout on that trade. If we go look at the daily weeklies, come up at 3 o'clock. Even 70.34 is $21. That's not horrible, but where are you going to take profit at, right? $6 is as soon as you're going to get it, so you're going to have a $14 profit on pretty much a $30 risk. Not necessarily my preferred setup either. Hopefully it'll just keep dropping down, and we'll be able to snag some of that profit. So I got the position on right now. And here, I'll take a quick screenshot for you. I got so many different screens open, I just got to grab pieces of them as I go. And let me see, what do I got going on over here? Got a couple different ones happening, but just to show you the dollar CAD position. There we go. So right there, we got 50 short at 88. Currently, market's down to 80, up $400 at the moment. We'll see where that ends up, though. Still got a couple more ticks we need to move for it to really pay off for us. And then got a buy limit working at 57 on 25 of them. I might even adjust that here in a minute, just depending upon how time goes by, because I know those out of the money can decay really fast. And I'm already, being up 80, if I can get a couple more dollars, I'd actually be up 100% of risk. So that means I could cover my other half. And if this thing really does move, then I have a nice profit. So, because by selling at $88, I had a $12 risk on the trade. With the $12 risk on the trade, if I can make $12, that'd be what? That'd be $78, $76, so $76. And that put me at a 1-to-1. Be a very fast way to, like I said, take off the profit. So, as I'm watching it, I can always open up my pending ticket right there for 25 contracts. I can adjust that. And, like put in here, say I want to put in, 76, and I can either take it or I can watch it. So right now I'm just sort of watching it, but I can leave it up there on the side to check it out as a pending order. I might go, you know what, let's just go ahead and take that off and write off a lot of that risk. So, because by cutting the position in half, you'd lock in some of that. But so that's one way to do it. But we got, like I said, we got 20 minutes left on the trade. I'll let it play out for now, but I'll have my pending order ready if I see it oscillating down there again and just not really breaking it. Really, it looks like right now the price to break, we got a low 107.27, a low 107.27, and a low of 107.27. So it looks like over and over and over again, 3 times in a row, we got that price that we need to break. And so if we can get that and go on down, then that's probably where we'll pop and get those other 3 pips. That's why I'm not like so quick just to adjust my take profit on it, because I think if we can break below that, this hit 70.26, I think we'll drop and hit a few more pips. But, I mean, it may just be one or two more. If it's only one more, then that'd be enough to probably take our profit at 76. So that's why I'm watching it. I'll let it play out. But, again, defined low risk. You don't have to be right that often on these trades for them to pay off rather well for you. And then in the money one, you'd be sweating it right now because it's going up. The out of the money, I don't really sweat it. I just, hope it works. In the money, you're sort of sweating it because where does that sweat come from? Where does that anxiety come from as a trader? It's when you got to take a stop, right? You're like, don't go up, don't go up, don't go up. Right now I'm like, go down, right? So if it goes up, obviously I can lose, but it can go up as high as it wanted to, and it can still come down. I can be profitable. When I'm on an in-the-money trade, and I do love trading in the money trades, but of course you are sweating when it ticks against you because you're like, don't go in that direction. So it's nice whenever it all, works out for you in the end there. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got. I was looking at oil, and it was flying right as we were in the commercial break, but look where it flew right to 2 deviations. So we had a 2 deviation move on that one, and sort of bouncing off of it there. At the moment, we did have a long spike striker on a very strong move, so it flew up here. But this after the thing is flying down, hasn't broken a high yet. We might just now. Let's see if we're hitting it now. Yeah, we just now broke a high right here going into the close. This thing can be crazy. Oil is nuts in the last 30 minutes. Let's see where we're at right there. We got we're at 101.92. Let me see what other trade might exist over here on oil and see what we got. 101.92. Is that right? All right, we got 101.93. Okay. I'm going to try to make sure I'm right on something because something just isn't adding up in my head. Okay. Let's see. We're on the August contracts. There we go. Okay. And let me see what else we put on here. 101.20. Okay, 196. There we go. I was like, what is going on? Like none of the numbers added up in my head when I was looking at them. Okay, so looking over at the problem is we got 101.26 because it's moved so far down, and that's why I was like mixing the numbers up. I'm like, how can you have a 101 when this thing's at $100.87? Okay. So that makes more sense. Let's see if there's an out of the money for 230. Sorry about the confusion there. We got the market at 100.89, so not quite at a 101 yet. 101's like $40. 101's 50 is like $4.50. That'd be a pullback right up to here by 230. So we basically would need a move from there to right here. Okay, right where the volume picked up and shot down. And the price on that for 101.50 actually be a little bit higher. That's at the 230 trade would be all the way back up here. And that'd be dragging us right out to 130. Be a pretty big pullback. And it also had to bust through the deviation level by about 12 ticks. Not real comfortable with that trade. So I'm going to chill out on that and back off and not go after that one at the moment. Okay, so nothing there. And let's go over here. Let's look at some of our other markets. Maybe we can find another trade today. I guess before we do that, let me real quick go in and make sure we don't have any news that we need to cover. Right? So let me pull up my news plan for the next week real quick, and we'll just let those play out and see how they handle themselves. Move that on over. We got our dollar CAD trade just floating right now. It's like, come on, do something. And hopefully to the downside. All right, so we try to put one more. There we go. All right. So we'll leave that since dollar CAD trade, the trade that we got on right now, we'll leave that one up. And we'll pull this over a little bit here. And let's see what we got going on. Saturday, nothing's on the list. All right, Sunday, nothing's on the list. Okay, quiet Sunday there. Going on over to Monday, at least morning. We got Draghi speaking. That's not morning roll, but okay, so France has a holiday on Monday, so be aware of that. That could lighten stuff up a little bit. I don't think that's going to have a massive impact, but it is one of the larger economies. And so basically France is on holiday Monday. What are they celebrating? Let's see. National Day. Okay. I'll leave that one alone. And then we'll go on down to what else we got going on. We have industrial production. Let me see if I have anything on the industrial production report. Got the euro, industrial production. Moving on down over here. And have this ready, sort of going back and forth between three different places. Okay, so where did my screen go, right? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's starting to move down. I'm getting a little bit more on it, but it's starting. Close that down, get that stuff out of the way. And I'm just trying to dig into this one report for us to see what we can find that might be helpful on trying to pull this thing off. Okay. I need to just resize my window to make life a lot easier. I can pin my trade tracker over here to the top of one of my browsers. All right. There we go. Okay, so hopping back over. Sorry about the distractions, but just want to make sure I'm following my positions at the same time. Trading live on the radio, a little bit different. And again, back on track. Industrial production on the euro. And we might have some trades there. That'll be 5 a.m., so we're probably going to be looking at, unless you're getting up bright and early, probably looking at a 7 a.m., 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. expiration on the trade. And I'm sort of digging in to see if I can find consistent move, but I think we might have ourselves a trade here. Stay right there, and we'll talk about this industrial production report. Definitely put the 1 p.m. Euro ECB Draghi speech down on your list. But the one trade that we have on the list that we might be able to trade, again, is industrial production. We'll cover that when we get back right after this break.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com. Eastern legend tells of a fair maiden who was offered a rare gift by the king of the land, a bag of pearls. The king promised that she could keep the largest, most perfect pearl she could find with these 3 conditions. 1, choose only 1 pearl. 2, remove 1 pearl at a time, accept or reject it. And 3, if rejected, it would be lost forever. She began by looking at the pearls, passing on many special treasures. She delved deeper into the bag, and soon the pearls were replaced with pebbles. Sadly, she went home empty-handed. Folks, replace pearls with time, because we cannot go back even 2 seconds. We live in the eternal moment of now. So when now are you going to take advantage of my offer to you, a subscription to my daily investment newsletter service, Mastering Probability, where you can experience the most incredible pearls for trading and investing, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator and Strategy. The offer? It gets better. A 30-day money-back guarantee. Don't go home empty-handed. Mastering Probability. Available on the homepage of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Join David White as he keeps you up to date on the latest tech stocks while he uses his Power Law Vector Indicator to identify the best trades. The Power Trading Hour, next on TFNN.
All righty, folks. Welcome on back here to the Diagnostic Trading Hour. And looking right on over here, trying to see what might line up, but so far looks like that dollar CAD is it's hanging on. We got to within one tick. So we'll see if it happens, but we only got 6 minutes here, so it'll come down to the wire. But looking pretty flat right now. Trading, we got a trade firing off at 728 over and over and over and over again. So probably not going to move on down those 4 ticks, but who knows. All right, so let's get on back to industrial production. I want to make sure you have that report ready to go for you before this new week comes on up and sneaks up on you. And we'll see what we have over here. All right, so what we got at the last report, looking at it on the 7 a.m. expiration, the big thing I got to check out, I got to be careful on this report, is movement previous to. But looks like from about 11 o'clock, we had about a 25 pip move on the last report. Move before that, we had about 5. Movement before that, 33, about 35 pips. Looking at 11 o'clock before this one, we had about 40. 40 again, about 7, 20. Let's see here. That's a big up and down. It's about 30 net. 2. We got 24. And let's see here. We got it had a bit of a decline. It actually went down about 60, but it came on back up and netted about 10 pips difference by 7 a.m. Okay, so looking at that report, I understand we're going to have to get a little bit tighter probably to make sure we get the trade on. But overall, this should work out. Over the majority of the last 12 months, it would have worked out. Then we got a 35 pip iron condor, buying the lower spread, selling the upper spread, entering at 11 p.m. for expiration at 7 a.m. We usually get some decent movement in between, but when it's all said and done, the majority of them are expiring at less than 40 pips. I put 35 because, you know what, I'll take a $5 loss once or twice if I can get like several of the profitable trades. Sometimes going for less is a way to actually make more. Anyway, so 35 pips on that one. It's like Dollar Cat's starting to trade like crazy now that the close is coming in on the... I guess got another hour, right? So got a little bit longer, but it's starting to see some actual volume pick up all of a sudden. So who knows? We might get it. We got 3 minutes. So some of these are just too close today. That's the challenging thing about Fridays, man. They get really close. Okay. We'll just have to see how it all settles out when it's said and done. And that's your trade. 35 pips, entered 11, expiration PM on Sunday for expiration at 7 a.m. Monday for the report released at 5 a.m. on the Eurodollar industrial production report with a forecast of 0.3, be a decline in the previous week. And you can see right there the reports, 0.8, 0.5. So get a little better than expected last time. They dropped that report down considerably, not only from the actual, but also from the forecast. So they continue to decline that forecast down. We'll see how it turns out. But that is our one report that we have. And like I said, make sure you have the 1 o'clock ECB Draghi speech coming on. That'll actually be happening right as I'm coming on the air. Let's see, what kind of speech is he having? Is it he's testifying on monetary policy before the Committee on Economics at the European Parliament. So, yeah, that could actually that could have some impact. So let's see here. Yeah. So I'd definitely be very aware of that. All right, y'all have a great day, and I will see you next week on the Diagnostic Trading Hour.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
You're watching Tiger TV.